Hey heathens! This is a response to a video that I got from Heathenwalking. Sorry. Heathenwalking asked me. First off, actually, this is a deconversion story and a question. Says, hi there, I see your link from the Daily Mail. And while it was encouraging to read, it also did remind me a lot of the Daily Mail in their past. While I have disconnected myself from that rack, goes on to talk about some problems with this thing. Look, whoever posted me to the Daily Mail, I ain't got a clue. I don't have anything to do with that part. They just there's a lot of places that'll watch some of my videos. Someone will post it to them and it'll bring links to me, which I appreciate. It gives me extra viewership, and that's fantastic. But I don't have a say-so in whether or not they post my videos. It's one of the things about YouTube. You kind of make it public at that point. So someone can post a link to you if they feel like it. It becomes, like I said, public. So it's not that I'm associating with them. They're just picking me up. It's like they're reporting on me. I can't stop them. Anyway, to your deconversion story. And let me read it out. And they state, although it's not really a deconversion story, as I was never strictly Christian or Hindu or anything else. That's okay. I think it's fair to say I've always had an inquiring mind with a lot of interest, which has landed me some bother in high school over a few things. Oh well. I grew up in a secular household in London, where I still live, though I hope to move to Canada to study at university level. My parents never much bothered with religion, and thinking about it one day, I asked them. My mom said, I'm an atheist, my dad agnostic, though I thought that's just because he likes to curse when his football team, as football being soccer to us Americans, team was losing. They never put any ideas into my head about it, which seems reasonable thinking back on it. My dad worked a lot of odd hours, being that he was a paramedic. So was my sister-in-law, by the way. Good for him. Very valiant field, very necessary. So had an interest in biology. So if I had a question regarding it, I got a good answer, meaning I always knew a bit about evolution and a bit about basic human biology. Then I came to the age of 4 when I started primary school. The head of school, who shall remain nameless, was completely mad. He was a bald-headed old fellow with a large capacity of stories that meant nothing and went nowhere. He claimed to be half Vietnamese, half American. Odd. Yeah, I'd say so. With an Irish surname. He would make us pray at lunchtime saying grace, where we were not allowed to go outside if grace was not said clearly enough. Everyone else be singled out. There's an error there, and I can't quite make out what the word is. So not saying grace wasn't an option. I suppose this gave me some resentment to it. I didn't have to do it at home, but I hardly attribute this to my stance on religion. If our regular teacher was away, then we would, 9 times out of 10, the barmy old headmaster, which was great because we didn't do any work if we could keep him talking long enough. I missed a word. No, it wasn't making sense because I didn't read it right. Then 9 times out of 10, they would have the headmaster. Okay, makes sense. But he normally read to us from the Bible, so asking questions, genuine or not, were good for time wasting, but they were good for time wasting. But the point is, religion, notable the Christian one, was in my life from a young age. And the same in assemblies, we were to bow our heads and pray to God. Now, by the time I was older, 6 or 7 maybe, I noticed a few of my peers were Christians, indoctrinated, of course. How else? Not that I knew that. And I wanted to believe it, and I tried to. In fact, I prayed that I might be able to believe it. studied a children's Bible without the thous and shouts in it. This didn't get me far. I still couldn't believe in it. Then I went into the scouting movement. Nothing interesting in beavers, but I moved up to being a Cub Scout. And as a part of what we did, we had to go to church parades, which involved, well, going to the church. This was great for someone who wanted to believe in it. Openly, I ridiculed it to fit in, peer pressure. But deep down, I did want to believe it. I was listening to this vicar guy, but he wasn't making sense. He was saying about how Adam and Eve were the first and how God made us. He obviously didn't understand evolution much. How we came from chimpanzees and baboons, and I carried on to believe it until the age of about 9 or 10. And this would go on. But at this time, I suppose I became what you might call a deist. That's very interesting. This guy's talking about Adam and Eve, but saying that we came from chimpanzees and baboons, which of course goes against both stories. Very interesting. I never much considered it until I was late in my 15th year, when I started to read Dawkins and watch YouTube videos. Brett King, yours, the Vine Rhyme, who is a Christian and seems to offer no hard evidence for his claims from what I have watched, which is most of it. Although I do like him, I feel the way about many on here like him, and found a great I found a great thing, answers.yahoo.com, and started asking questions on there. And over the course of time became an atheist completely, with understanding of evolution, etc., to having just turned 16 and looking forward to a long and godless life. Very, very weird story from what I'm used to over here. Not weird in your case, just the way that religion is treated in your particular story with the people that you've come in contact with is very, very interesting. Still, I think it's great that at the age of 16 you figured this out. I wish I had figured it out at 16. But definitely thank you for the story. Again, I can't help the Daily Mail part. I'm not even familiar with who they are. But thank you for the deconversion story, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.